Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to start off with your foraging skill or your logging. I should just say that my name is Ellie or Starfire. So we've got some coins. If you don't have any coins, then just go punch some wheat over there, sell it to this fine lady over here. The wheat and the seeds you can sell to her and you'll have some coins. We don't need to have very many, but we're going to want to come over here to the lumberjack, the lumber merchant, and buy ourselves a wood axe of some sort. I think I just want this one. So that was 35 coins. You don't have to sell very much if you don't have any coins. And I will show you there's a few ways you can get there, but the most obvious way, if you're starting off by the hub, is just come along this way by the fountain and go straight down. And that is where we will start our foraging journey. I'm trying to show like the easy routes to get to places because not anymore, but when I first started I got very confused about where I was going. So this is going to be like a mini little quest which I don't suppose you have to do, but we'll just do it anyway. So he's going to ask us to collect these logs. And again, another reminder, these things do regenerate over time, so you don't have to worry about replanting or anything like that. Okay, so he's given us another axe. So I suppose you could have knocked that with your hand and then gotten this one. But this one, it does give you apples, but this one you can get efficiency, so I would prefer to use that for now. I mean, we're going to go along and start using other ones, so we don't have to worry about that so much. But we can stay here, and I'm just going to collect enough oak to be able to make the oak minion. So I think we've unlocked the recipe already. So we check the recipe book. I'm sorry, what? Oh, so we haven't unlocked. If we go to the collections, we'll see oak. We 76% of the way to get an oak minion, so we'll just keep going. That's for the oak minion recipe, not for the oak minion itself. We're gonna have to craft that. There we go, we got the oak minion recipe. And so I'm guessing I'm going to need about 80, whoops. Recipe book. Foraging recipes, oak minion. Yeah, we're gonna need 80 logs, so I'm just gonna keep going till we have 80 oak. As we've unlocked a trade recipe, so I just want to show you that. There is a function, if you go to your recipe book and you go down to trades, you can trade with this interface. So if I want some dirt, I can get some seeds, and that's a good way to get dirt for your island. Is you can buy it from the builder, you can also just trade seeds to get it. So we've unlocked the oak sapling for oak leaves trade. So that's just something to know. Okay, I got carried away. We've got more than 80, so that's perfect. We can move on to the main foraging area, which is the park, or as this calls it, the park behind the woods. We carry on down this path, and we jump on this line. Okay. So this area is split up. There are, in this kind of place, there's no hostile mobs. Although if you get too close to where a lot of people fish here, because you can purchase rain, which helps with the fishing, and sometimes there are hostile mobs that generate from that. But in general, if there's no players there, then there will be there won't be any hostile mobs. And as you can see, there's some people who come here to farm like foraging points and stuff, and then they have these like crazy axes, and they just like hit one log and then it chops everything away, which is nice for them, but it kind of sucks for those of us who are just trying to unlock these things. So I'm gonna start off by just showing you the different areas, and then I will come back and actually collect enough to make my minions. So you start off in the birch area. We can use this jump pad to come up here, and this, as it says, the spruce wood, so this is where you can get spruce. Jump up here. Not the best showing you this at night because it's a bit dark, but so this is the dark thicket, which is dark oak, and again you can just chop them down like these little bits. You don't have to chop down whole trees. And we come along this way, and this is the acacia area. So we're gonna have quite... Oh, I didn't know that you actually have to... So in order... That's where the jungle is, and in order to go there, I'm gonna need foraging skill 5. So that's interesting. I did not actually know that that's locked, but it is, so that's good thing. We're learning together. And these are not separate, like the islands are separate, so it like loads and you can't just jump from one to the other, like jump down, but with these you can actually. This is just like a spring thing. But I'm going to go ahead and collect 80 of each of the wood types so I can make my minions, and I will see you then. So I would recommend actually the first skill to start with is foraging. Interestingly enough, foraging does not seem to be very popular with other people, and to be honest, it's not very popular with me either. It's not the most fun activity to just like walk around and keep chopping trees, especially when you have people with special axes that like chop the whole tree down in a second. But like I said, in order to craft the minions, you're going to need wooden tools, and so that is why I would seriously suggest getting started with logging quite early on in the beginning. You don't need to do it very much. You could just stick with the oak minion, get enough for that, get the oak minion started producing, and then that's what you could use for making your tools. It'll also be useful for making the little chests for your minions and that sort of thing. So yeah, you don't have to get one of each type, but like I said in the beginning, it is a good idea to get as many minions, different types of minions as possible, so that you can unlock more minion slots, because you need those unique minions to unlock the minion slots. So that's why I'm doing this, but you don't have to. You could just stick with oak in the beginning to rush doing some of the other things like farming and mining and combat. That might be more fun. Right. Acacia? Yep. And then the last one. We should have got a high enough level to now go to the jungle area. There we go. And this is the jungle area. Alright, so we've got enough of all of these to make some minions, so it's time to travel back to our island, and we can do that just using this nether star. We can fast travel and go to our private island, which is our home. Now, we could just like build straight on here, but oh, I want to finish chopping that down. I don't. It bothers me to have a floating tree. Okay. I like to kind of build outwards, just because I want to. But you can kind of do it however you want. I'm going to get some stone that I have. I started making the mining video and then I realized that we're going to need to do the foraging first. So yeah, if you do not have any of the stone, you could just use some oak or whatever, or you could just go straight down, but I'm going to make a little section off of here. So it's got to be 5 in the middle. 1, 2, 4, 5. So that'll be the other side. Right. And then for wood things, we're going to want to put it on a base of dirt. So we can just grab some of this. You can also, like I said, you could do the trades in your inventory. But I do not have seeds at the moment. I'd have to go to the hub and grab some seeds, which I could do, but I'm just feeling too lazy, so I'm just going to grab some of this dirt here. Which probably, arguably, is going to take longer. Okay, so the minions work in a 5x5 grid. So you want to put them in the middle. And like I said, you don't need to make a crafting table because you have one in your inventory right here. So because I've got a little bit extra of like a lot of things, but I'm just going to start with the oak. I'm just going to make some tools. So for each minion, you have to make the corresponding tool for what you're wanting to make. So obviously we're doing trees. So we're going to want to make an axe. So I'm going to start with this oak one. So you just put your axe in the middle and then you put your logs around. And we need 10, so we've got a few extra, that's fine. And we're going to place them down. Now, because I haven't put dirt all around, this minion is now going to say this location isn't perfect, and that's fine because we can just fix it as we go. But I just wanted to show you what that looks like when they say that. Oh my goodness. There we go. And so this minion should start planting saplings and stuff. I'll put one down to get them started, but you don't need to. They will just automatically start doing their thing, and they're just a little bit slow. And I do not think, no, I need 120 more oak wood to get that going. So I'm just going to leave that, and I'm going to create and put down the rest of my minions. Did I not get enough dark oak? No, I did. And there you go. We have unlocked some minion slots, I'm pretty sure. And we have also got ourselves some minions, which is very useful. And we can put them down and they can start doing their thing. I'm actually not going to put these down because I actually have some other ones I'd rather put in those slots. That's pretty much as I can tell you about the foraging skill. Like I said, I don't do it very much. There are some recipe unlocks that are very useful, but you can, like I said, the minions count towards your collection and everything, so I just don't do foraging that much. Partially because I don't have an axe that insta cuts down all the trees, and then it makes it annoying to farm the wood elsewhere because people are always cutting down the trees before me. But that's it for the introduction to logging. It was quite short. I hope you found it useful.